finally got my hands on the Redmi Note 5 Pro. I got it from one of the Mi stores in Pune. You can order it via Xiaomi's flash sales on Flipkart. But we all know how fast they sell out there. So if you want to get a Redmi Note 5 Pro, hit the Mi store in your city and you might just be able to get one. Let's get straight to the unboxing. It comes in a white box, similar to that of the Redmi Note 5, and I went with a black colored phone this time. I got the 4GB RAM and 64GB storage variant because frankly, I think this one is a better value for your money than the 6GB RAM variant. I'm not even sure if they had a 6GB RAM variant in the stock at the Mi store. The box says that this is made in China. I think the initial stock is imported from China and later on they will start making it in India like they did with the Mi A1. Getting inside the box, we have the black colored phone sitting right at the top. Let's keep it aside for the moment while we take a look at other things in the box. Below the phone, we have some paperwork with warranty and regulatory information. Next, we have this thin flexible TPU case included in the box itself. It is really nice to see companies including cases right in the packaging. More and more companies should start doing this. After that, we have a normal charger. Redmi Note 5 and Note 5 Pro both support fast charging, but they don't come with a fast charger in the box. We then have the USB Type-A to micro USB cable for charging and data transfer. Mi A1 comes with a USB Type-C port and it is available at a similar price range. So I guess Xiaomi could have included the USB Type-C port for charging and data transfer if they wanted. And lastly, we have the SIM tray removal pin. Alright, now let's put all these things back in the box so we can take a better look at the phone itself. I have the Redmi Note 5 in gold and white color. It looks good, but I like the front of my phones to be black because I think it gives a better and more immersive experience while using the phone. Holding the Note 5 and Note 5 Pro side by side, other than the camera placement and slightly smaller pieces of plastic at the top and bottom, their design is mostly the same. They even weigh and feel the same when you hold them in your hands. So the first noticeable thing about the Redmi Note 5 Pro is the big 5.99-inch IPS LCD display. It comes with 18:9 aspect ratio and has got a resolution of 2160 by 1080 pixels. The display is really sharp, bright and crisp to look at. I have heard some guys say that this display is brighter than the one on the Redmi Note 5, but I will have to test it in different lighting conditions before I can confirm that. You don't get capacitive navigation buttons on the smaller bezels below the display. Above the display, you get the earpiece, proximity and ambient light sensor, and a mammoth 20 megapixel front-facing camera with a dedicated front-facing flash. So you can really step up your selfie game if you get this phone. For the buttons and ports, we have the volume and power buttons on the right side, a SIM card tray on the left which can hold 2 nano SIM cards or 1 nano SIM card and a micro SD card. At the top is the IR blaster and a microphone, and at the bottom we have the 3.5mm audio jack, another microphone, speaker and a micro USB port for charging and data transfer. Back of the phone is made of metal with plastic pieces at the top and bottom like we saw on the Redmi Note 5. Fingerprint sensor is where we see it on most of the phones nowadays. And then we have the vertical dual cameras which resemble a lot like the dual cameras on the iPhone X. You also have a single colored flash between the two cameras. Main camera has a 12 megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture, while the secondary camera has a 5 megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture, and it is used for capturing all of the depth information. Here are a few image samples from this phone. Adreno 509 GPU, 4 or 6 GB of RAM and 64 GB of built-in storage with a 4000 mAh non-removable battery. The phone ships with MIUI 9 built on top of Android 7.1.1, and I got a software update right as I was setting up my phone. This update brought in the face unlock feature and some improvements to the camera performance and overall stability of the phone. I have actually had this phone for less than a day, so I can't really say a lot about its performance and battery life right now. But if you guys want, I will make a video about my experience in the first 48 hours with this phone. If you guys would be interested in it, let me know in the comment section. What I can tell you now is this phone looks and feels really amazing. The taller form factor makes it fit much better in your hands. Display is crisp and bright. Fingerprint sensor is fast, but we also have the face unlock feature to get in this phone. It is not as fast as on the OnePlus 5T or as secure as it is on the iPhone X. but it is really good to have this feature to unlock your phone. I have also charged this phone with a fast charger and it does support fast charging. I wish the camera app gave us a bit more control over the settings in the manual mode, since the camera hardware seems really promising. And the front facing camera can take some really nice shots. This phone really seems like a true successor of the Redmi Note 4. And even if it costs more, it is going to be more successful for Xiaomi than the Redmi Note 4 was. I will be comparing this phone and its camera with a few other phones, but if there are any specific videos that you want to see, or if you have any questions about the Redmi Note 5 Pro, let me know in the comments. If you are looking to buy the Redmi Note 5 Pro, I will leave a link to it in the description section and you can get it in the next sale on Flipkart. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this.